country. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it.
Hey, welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. Sure glad you guys stopped by to check out the channel. My name's Jack Tucker. Want to welcome you guys all back, and those that are new, thanks for stopping by. If you're one of my subscribers, sure appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Just click down below where it says subscribe. Ring the bell, yeah, all that stuff. I'm out here in the Arizona desert. I want to get me a bucket of dirt from my secret spot, and I'm going to show you why that's my secret spot for. You know, I do a lot of prospecting out here. I do a lot of sampling of where there's gold is not. I try to find where the gold is not, it seems like. But I do a lot of sampling, testing different spots, and when I find a pretty good spot, that becomes my secret spot. I got a lot of those secret spots, you know. I tend to share them with other people, and then they come in and take all the gold out of the secret spot. And then I got to go find another secret spot. So anyway, I'm going to my secret spot. But there's a reason why I'm going to go there and dig a bucket of dirt. Then I'm going to take it back to the campground, and I'm going to run it through a trommel. I bought one of these little trommels a while back last year, and I did a video on that last year too, and didn't have a good experience with that trommel. I really kind of thought it sucked, and I had a lot of problems with it. I've made some modifications to it, and so I'm going to fire it back up again and run a bucket of dirt through it, and just to see if it runs any better. It's got good potential. I just, you know, I didn't like it last time, so it's been sitting there for a long time, and it's time that I see if it's going to work or not, or if it was just a total waste. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get this bucket of dirt, and we'll talk about why I'm digging in this area for, or not digging in a certain area. But that's what we're going to do. So, hey, thanks for coming along and sharing on these adventures, and hey, let's just go get us some gold. Yeah. You see in this wash right here, you see bedrock right here. This is all just kind of a shell rock. There could be some gold in it, but look at this rock. It's not smooth. It's kind of rough and jaggy, and all of these rocks. All these rocks are rough and jaggy. They're all just a shell rock. One thing I instantly almost noticed right here in this wash, there's no quartz. There's absolutely no quartz around here. That I don't like. You know, this has had weathering on it, or, you know, flash floods and waters come flying down through here, because you can see where it's busted open the channels and moved that rock along. But it's just a shell rock. There's no boulders. There's no rock in here. It's just this type of stuff. And I'd not like that. I don't like that type of stuff. So I'm going to walk over the other side of the hill. I'm going to get over that area, and that's where I'm going to get my sample out of that secret spot over there. See, I just drove over to the other side of the hill, and I'll show you instantly there's a big difference just this close to each other of the ground. This ground has more quartz in it, and there's more rock in it. You don't see all that shell type of rock anymore. So if you want to get into a wash over here, it would be better. I mean, see, there's just quartz all over the place here. Quartz everywhere. So this is the washes that you want to kind of be in, is these type of washes where all of these quartz and rocks are. You can see a totally different area here now, just on the other side of the hill. Totally different area. One thing, you see more evidence of people digging here. You see more of the rock layers. So you still have a little bit of the shell-like here. These are dry wash tailings here. Somebody's up here doing dry washing. And, you just see it just looks totally different. Man, somebody's moved a lot of rock right there. They threw a lot of rock out. But look at this bedrock. See, it's not shell. See, it's more smoother. It's had more water running on it. This here, you could pop stuff like this out to find, you know, pieces of gold that's come down if you're crevicing. But like in here, see that hard packed right there? Now that would be good. It's on right on the back side of this here. All of that hard packed. You see the gravel layer in there? See, this is gravels right here. This is all good stuff. This is all good stuff to run. Unfortunately, they always pile rocks on top of where they should be digging at. But you even continue to walk up through here. So, man, there's a lot of evidence of diggings. See all this bedrock? It's a totally different type of a bedrock. It's not just all that shell. A lot of cracks and crevices that can go in there. Somebody's dug out here too. Yep, somebody did some serious working up through here. A lot of stacked rocks all through here. You know what that means? That means they must have been finding some gold up in through here. You see everybody's digging in the washes. See, they put rocks back in their hole right there. There's more bedrock going all the way up through here. Boy, walking up this wash can sometimes get to you. Whew, got to keep in mind, further you walk up, and you got to carry a bucket of dirt back down. You got to go back. Let me tell you what I surmise. Is that even a word, surmise? You know, I use that word a lot, it seems like, surmise. But let me tell you what I surmise. Everybody's down in this wash digging. Everybody. And let me show you something, what happens here. The water, when it rains and it lands on the mountains, everything comes down. So everything basically is coming down to the low points or to a V. And then the water is coming down. So once upon a time, this cut in this wash right here was a lot higher. And as over the years and the years, it just keeps cutting further and further down until it hits the bedrock, and then it can't go anymore. But all the gold is coming down off the sides of these hills and eventually makes it into this wash. And that's why people are digging in this wash. So, meaning that once upon a time, these were the high benches as this started coming down, and then it went down through here. So what I'm going to surmise, I'm going to take some dirt right here on this high bench area. You can kind of see where it's kind of coming through here, and it kind of makes a turn right through here and comes back this way. So that would have technically been the inside of a bin, but all this here is all dirt. It's mounted up right there. It's kind of a nice little cutout area. So I'm going to take a sample out right there just to see if there's any gold in it. Now, I did tell you about my secret spot. Well, this is my secret spot area. We've got a lot of gold out of these washes right here. There's like 3 washes coming down right through here off of this hill. And we found gold in all these washes. So I know there's gold here. People's come up here before. I brought some friends up here and we've worked this and found some gold. But I don't want to get in the wash and find any gold. I want to get up on this bench and find some gold. And there's some mines right there too. And you know, those are always good signs too. The old timers, where the old timers have been. I'm going to show you another little trick too. There's a mine right there. And right up here on the hill, there's not much buildings left. Foundations a little bit. Used to be the old town of Winchester right there. So there's evidence of a lot of gold was being pulled off over here. And on the other side of that hill is where the famous Desert Queen mine is. See, there's some more tailings right here. This whole mountain is probably full of gold. Okay, so you get a wash. You're in a wash. Let's just get back down in this wash right here. Then what you want to do, you say, well, I think I want to dig right here in that wash. Now, we know black sands is a good indication for gold. So let's find some of the black sand. So I've got a magnet on the end of my pick, and I'm just going to rake down in this gravel and see what black sands I can pick up. You know, picking is the hardest spot. Picking is the hardest. Whew. I don't know who said prospecting is rewarding. It's fun. It can be rewarding when you find some good gold is rewarding, but you get some exercise and you do get out in Mother Nature, that is for sure. Sun's up in the sky. It's a little cloudy today, but the sun's up there. Of course, it's starting to wear out, but let me show you this black sands here. So look at the black sands. It's not a whole lot. Sometimes you get in these washes and it just is full of black sand. But this doesn't have a lot of black sand in this wash. But what you want to do is pay close attention to your black sands. The finer the black sand, the finer the gold. The chunkier the black sands, the chunkier the gold. Does that make sense? This is another surmising that I've got here. As the gold is traveling down the wash, it's getting beaten apart. It's getting hammered. And as it moves further and further and further, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So you may find that fine gold, that means it's probably moved a long ways and it's got pretty small. If you follow it up, it can get chunkier and better as you go higher up into the wash. Well, I think the black sand is kind of doing the same thing. That chunky black sand is coming down the wash and it's getting hammered also as it's coming down. And it can get smaller and smaller and smoother. So I like to find thick black sand. Chunky black sand, chunky gold. So they say. Okay, but like I surmised, I was going to take a sample of dirt right here. That's where I was going to get me some dirt right there. Let me pick this loose all here. Just in that little bit I did right there. Had some more black sands here than I got down in there. I'm using a 1/4 inch classifier. Y'all see how this area here has more dirt in it than that other area that we was at in the beginning? Has a lot more rocks and a lot more dirt. And there's one of them old Prince Albert cans, tobacco cans. Well, that's a good sample. Now I got to get all this back down to the truck. Well, I got the dirt back to the truck. So now I can drive back to the campground and then I'm going to run it through that little trommel and see if there's any gold in it. I am up here on a private mining claim. This is a Gold Fever Adventures mining claim up here, so I am on a private mining claim. I'll leave you the link down below the website so you can if you want to go check that out, you can. But that's where I'm at. So let me head on back to the campground and then let's just run this dirt and see if we get any gold. Well, here's this trommel. Now by looking at it, you can see there's not quite enough water coming down. I had to turn the water down. So if I turn this water back up, I get plenty of water coming down there now. But my problem is, see how it tends to drop over the sides right here, the water? So I bent this back and I bent this up and put a better groove on this here, put more of an angle, thinking that would help control it, but it's still leaking right there. And then you can see on this side there's too much water and it just forces it all out, so I'm losing so much water. This tray needs to be bigger or have more of an angle on it, so I'm still going to have to do a little more work to this here trommel. Up here, this here gets plugged and it doesn't let enough water out, so I had to kind of bend this up a little bit. This wheel was bent. They did send me another wheel, so I did replace that. That they did do, send me another one of those. Let me run some dirt through here and see what we find though. Yeah, just way too much water coming out of that. And since everything, you know, all my material, pay dirt, whatever, is falling through here onto this screen, and then it's got to go down here to get on the sluice box. But if half of it just keeps getting dumped out on here, I'm losing a lot. I've got to find a way to fix that problem there. I got me a catch bucket here to empty when that gets full. Spray bar up in there is doing its job there. It's got a nice little nugget trap right there, which is nice. Well, I'll just keep running material. May have to add more water though. I'm not sure what this punch plate is, 1/4 inch, 3/8, but everything larger that won't fall through will fall on this tray and then falls out and just falls into my tub, I guess. I should put something there. I wish they would have somehow extended that thing out. Would have been nice. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of water. I turned this down a little bit. You can see the tray is now starting to bog up with material. There's not enough water to push down the material out of there. Still sloshing out material. This here has to come out more and up is what this should be. This should be a lot higher. They got to redo that. I have minimum flow of water coming up here. It's just sloshing out over the sides there. This is turned down. If I turn it down anymore, this tray just fills up with material. So, you know, that's not doing me any good. It's not working. I'm gonna try to turn that down just a tad bit more. We're still losing the side over here. Again, this probably should come up higher up or something to wrap more around to this here, unless that was all one piece maybe, rather than two pieces. Or if the tray was even another inch wider, that would probably solve the problem too. Maybe that'll help. Put a gold pan right there to catch. Maybe that's what it was meant to do, to splash over the side. You just got to put a gold pan here to capture the water in any of the material flopping over. Maybe I should put a little angle on there to look how much material is going in there. This tray does oscillate. I don't know if that's a, good idea or if that's supposed to help anything or not. I don't know, but it does oscillate back and forth. Let's say if that was just probably another inch wider on both sides, 2-inch wider tray would probably solve that whole entire problem. They've got room to do that with too. I could have classified this down to probably 1/2 inch. But then I just have more waste rock going out, I guess. So I got more better material, I guess, doing it at 1/4 inch. Brought back more better stuff rather than more junk rock, I guess. I'll just let that run for a second to clean itself out. Let me pan this out just for curiosity, see what's in there. Look at all that gravel. All that gravel got sloshed out. All right, let's take a sneak peek. Oh yeah, see, there's gold in there. Wow. Huh. How you like to be losing that type of gold? Unreal. All right, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna shut this machine down and clean this on up now. One thing I am using in here, I am just using a garden pump. I just got this like at some hardware store. I'm not sure what the gallons is or anything like that. Wasn't too powerful, but I just got it at like Ace Hardware or something. I'm just using the electric pump. You could hook up, 12-volt pump onto there, but I'm just using the electric. Probably about the best thing of this machine is the clean out tray right there. Just pull that right on out. Simple as that right there. Then you just take these wing nuts off. Now they're just gonna twist on me. Now I gotta go find a tool to do this with. Yeah. I don't see any big noogies in there. I don't see no big noogies. You can see they're just using outdoor carpet in here. I don't know if maybe like a miner's moss might be better in there, but that's all they're using. All right, let me put this back together, then I'll pan that out there. Okay, this here just slides right back into there. And now I'll pan this out, see what I get here. Not a lot of material in there. Okay, let's take a sneak peek. I saw something in there. Oh baby, look at that. Look at that. Uh-huh. Woohoo. One nice little picker. And then some fine stuff. I'll take it. I like it. Yeah, baby. I'll add that to that other little pan that sloshed out. Wonder how much more I lost going out the other side, or how much before I put the pan in there, how much I lost. Unreal. But hey, I like that. It's more flat. But hey, it's gold. It's gold. It's a little flat, but it's gold. Yeah, let's see if it clinks. Oh yeah, it's a clinker. Well, that's the trommel. I can see that it still needs a little bit of more work done to it. I think once it's all nice and good, I may have to just refab that whole entire screen down there. I don't know what I can do other than just that, refab it. That's pretty shame. I think I paid $1,500 for it, and then shipping was probably $350 or something like that, maybe a little more. I'm not quite sure. I saw in the magazines now they're up to like over $1,800. So I hope they did some repair work on them new ones coming out. But anyways, hey, I got some gold, and that's what's important. I got out in the Mother Nature, got out in the fresh air, got to do some walking around and exploring, and I found me a little bit of color. So, hey, that's always cool. Anyways, I want to thank you guys coming along, sharing on these adventures. It's sure fun to just get out and enjoy it. But anyways, thanks for coming along, guys, and until our paths cross again, you guys all take care of yourselves, and thanks for watching.
Like living and loving, paying the bills, keeping things real, man, you know the deal. But when it's time for me to unwind, I gotta go someplace where the sun can shine, and there ain't no better place than out in the country. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills, and I've got the fever.